Okay, in this example, we're talking about tree diagrams. Okay, so a tree diagram is a picture of the possible outcomes of a procedure. And a tree diagram is sometimes helpful in determining the number of possible outcomes in a sample space if the number is not too large. Okay, and for this particular example that we have right here, the number will not be too large, so we're going to construct a tree diagram. Okay, so consider the procedure of flipping a coin and then rolling a single die. Construct a tree diagram corresponding to this procedure. Okay, so we're flipping a coin and then rolling a die. So the coin flip, we could get heads or tails. The roll of the die, you could get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. Okay, so the coin flip will come first. So you could get heads or tails for the coin flip. The roll of the die, you could get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, or a 5, or a 6. Okay, so what I just illustrated is the fact that you can get a heads in the first flip, and if you get a heads, you could then get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6 when you roll the die. Okay, or you could get a tails when you flip the coin. And if you get tails, again, you could get one, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So this right here would be a tree diagram corresponding to the procedure of flipping a coin and then rolling a die. And so you can see how many different simple events are in the sample space. You could get a heads with the first flip and then a 1 with the roll of the die, a heads and then a 2, a heads and then a 3, heads and then a 4, heads and then a 5, or heads and then a 6. So there's 6 different things that could happen if you get a heads with the coin flip. And then there's 6 different things that could happen if you get a tails with the first flip. So altogether, there are 12 different simple events in this sample space, as illustrated by the tree diagram that we have right here. And you could even take it a step further. You could calculate probabilities with these. You could say, okay, if you flip a coin and then roll a die, what is the probability of getting a tails and then a 5? Well, tails and then a 5 would correspond to one simple event out of 12 possibilities. So the probability of getting a tails and then a 5 would be 1 out of 12, because there's 12 different possible simple events in this sample space, as illustrated by our tree diagram. Okay, so in this particular example, we were talking about tree diagrams and trying to understand how to construct them.